The U.S. Air Force Khobar Towers barracks in Saudi Arabia was blown up by the Iranian-backed Hezbollah, killing 19 and wounding almost 400. Again, although our intelligence apparatus identified the culprits as Iranian-backed Hezbollah, we had no response, and we eventually shut down the United States military bases in Saudi Arabia. Since 2003 in Iraq, the Iranians have provided rockets, mortars, enhanced improved explosive devices, and money to the Shia militia who are directly involved in killing U.S. troops in Iraq. Moreover, the Iraq Shia militia were trained by the Iranian Special Operations Force, the Quds Force, at training bases in Iran. While the Iranians were defeated politically and militarily in Iraq in 2009, the President's recent decision to withdraw all troops from Iraq puts our hard-fought gains in Iraq at risk and plays into the hands of the Iranians. Maliki, as we speak, is undermining his political opponents. He's driving key Sunni leaders out of the military, and he's consolidating his power base. The attack on Camp Ashraf is part of this strategy, with the Iranian fingerprints all over it. Similarly, the Iranians are supporting the Taliban in Afghanistan with money and ammunition. The action arm for Iran's state sponsorship of terrorism outside of their borders is led by General Qasem Soleimani, who has been in charge for over 15 years. General Soleimani has no military or political boss. He answers to only one person, the supreme leader in Iran, Khomeini. We must conclude that for General Soleimani to plan an operation inside the United States that would result in Americans being killed, surely the supreme leader, at a minimum, approved that operation and may in fact have directed it. Why did they want to do such a thing? Well, simply because they can. Not only that, they believe that we are weak and they would frankly get away with it. Moreover, we must ask ourselves, has United States policy with respect to Iran been working? We appear to have a policy of rhetorical condemnation when the Iranians engage in behavior adverse to the United States interest. We also engage in negotiations which are on again, off again, while the Iranians continue to pursue nuclear weapons. We have imposed some limited sanctions on the Iranians and attempt to isolate them in the world, which, as best we can tell, also has had no impact on their pursuit of nuclear weapons or their sponsorship of terrorism. We also must admit that the Iranians are not without their own challenges. Having two fledgling democracies on their borders in Iraq and Afghanistan is a huge geopolitical threat to this tyrannical control of their own population and preservation of the regime. The Arab Spring is a repudiation of radical Islam. Indeed, the people in the streets are seeking political reform, social justice, and economic opportunities, which are the mainstream of Western democracies. Certainly, Iranians are attempting to take advantage of the opportunities the social unrest of the Arab Spring provides, but no one is demonstrating on behalf of their flawed values. Losing a state-sponsored terrorist like Gaddafi is a setback, as is the upheaval in Syria, their #1 ally in the region. All that said, it is time to review our strategy for Iran